Hey, top of the morning, guys. What's going on? Today I just want to touch on something that was on my mind and that I've been experiencing lately with a lot of people that's been asking me questions about investing, right? So, with that being said, more specifically, when I mean investing, I'm talking about Novatech. And I know a lot of us are kind of reluctant to take that final step or that final plunge we got to take in order to get into actually going about investing. So we might be interested in getting that information, but we might be hung up on a few things that might not that we might not understand, or just are it's kind of slowing us down when it comes to actually taking that final plunge. And I understand that. I completely understand. I know that I myself was the same way in the beginning of this process. Like I am the most skeptical person I can think of. I ask questions 100 times over just to know that this is exactly what it's said to be. Um, but at the end of the day, it's still going to be some sort of reluctancy for a person to just want to dive into it, to just want to jump into it, and just ultimately put their hard-earned money and their time and their effort into something that they don't understand. But what I can say is, over the course of myself using it, Novatech has done exactly what they said they would do for me, and which is bringing me anywhere from 1 to 3% return of my investment. So when I first started, I was receiving exactly what they said they would give to me, and it's been the same way since I've been using this program. And it's been a little bit over 5 months, I believe. It's been about 5 months for me. So it's been pretty good for me so far. I'm not saying that the system is perfect. There are flaws here and there. Like sometimes the website is a little slower than I would like, or sometimes yeah, and just in general, the portion of the process of adding money in general is a little bit of a pain in the butt. But I mean, stick with it, and if you're serious about it, they do exactly what they said they're going to do. I've personally made over $15,000 using the process, and I've just been clicking buttons, and it's just been the easiest way for me to make money that I've ever made in my life, and I'm grateful. Now, with that being said, like I said, I was reluctant myself. I wasn't the person. I didn't just stumble across this. Somebody brought it to my attention, and I had all the questions that people were asking me about it. Like I didn't just up and just trust this person. Like no, I don't work like that. Like I want to know exactly what I'm dealing with. I want to know what the potential risks are. I want to know just anything that you can think of going into it. I'm not just gonna jump into it and just expect everything to be perfect, because it wasn't for me either. But after doing my own research, what I implore everybody to do, I watched countless YouTube videos. I've looked up the company. I've looked at their history, which is 4 years, by the way. Novatech has been open for 4 years, and in that 4 year process, they have yet to lose any money for anyone. So just imagine that. Just equate that to our lives. A lot of us are the type of people who want to be healthy, who strive to like eat healthy, to go to the gym, to work out and things like that. So imagine that. Imagine, say you're the type of person who want to do that type of stuff, and you get yourself a gym membership, or you get on a diet or something like that. Imagine the results you would have if you were consistent in that process for 4 years. So for instance, say myself, I bought a gym membership not too long ago, right? And I was going like every other day, every other day for a few months, but little by little it started to fall off. Like I would miss a day here, or I would miss a week here, because life happens and things happen, and I didn't stay consistent. So just imagine, in our personal lives, we've never been consistent. A lot of us have not been consistent. I can't speak for everybody, but I know a lot of us have not been consistent in the things we said we want to do, and our results didn't really reflect what we overall had in our minds, what we wanted to do at that time. Now, if we were anything like Novatech, we would be exactly what we wanted to be, because this company for 4 years has been consistent in their model. They've been consistent in their averages. Their average 3% for 4 years. That's phenomenal in the financial world, specifically because we are in the middle of financial climates that are just not how would I say, that is just not the best at this point in time. Like a war happens, pandemic happened, a lot of things happened, but they still can stay consistent despite all these things throughout that process. Their lowest that they've ever brought back in far as percentage goes, I believe, was either 0.69 or 0.65. Don't quote me on that. It's somewhere around there, right? There's been their lowest. It's still multiple times higher than a bank account would get you, a regular bank account. And it's still within that. It's still not a loss. Like, their lowest is still not a loss in a 4-year process. They've never lost money. Just imagine that. So I know I equated that to us working out and us trying to be healthy and things of that nature. But yeah, I mean, it's just been a great company. It's just been a great experience for me. And I just wanted to, kind of put that out there, because a lot of people are, like I said, reluctant to actually make that plunge, and it's understandable. So, just go ahead and do a little bit of research, and you'll find some information about them, and then you'll start to see all the positive things behind this company and all the growth that they have, and you'll realize, like, man, this is a really good company. And a lot of people that are within this DeFi investing field all come to that same conclusion, because it's not really too many things you can say bad about this company on a personal level, aside from little small things, maybe with the UI and the process of adding money. But anyway, I just wanted to talk about that for a little bit, and just drop a little bit of knowledge that I know on Novatech, and just talk about my experience. Anyway, you guys have a nice day. Thanks. Also, to go a little bit deeper into my personal experience, like I mentioned earlier, I was not the person who found Novatech. Somebody brought it to my attention, and like I said, I was reluctant myself, but I trusted that person opinion who brought it to my attention, and it just it kind of sparked me to do my own research. And so after doing research, I decided that it's something that I was a little bit interested in. I was interested in at the time, and I decided to add a little bit of money to it. So I started with $1,000, because after watching all the videos and all the reviews of Novatech, I realized that that was the best starting point to make somewhat of a profit. So $1,000 is kind of steep for some of us. Not all of us can do that, but that's kind of sort of the ticket to get into the party. You can start wherever you want, but if you want to be the most effective at a starting point, that's what you will at least at minimum would want to start with. So yeah, I had a little bit extra money to play with. I really do enjoy investing, and I really do enjoy learning on different methods of making money to make my life easier, because ultimately that's what the goal is, to make your life easier. So yeah, I had a little bit of money to do so. So I started with $1,000, and over time I let my money grow. Over time I tried it, and just gave it my best effort, and just saw exactly what Novatech was for myself before I decided to add more money and trust in the project and in the process completely. Now I don't have no doubts about it. Now I've been in it for, they've made me plenty of money, to the point where I'm doubling up my money. Like I eventually, from that $1,000, I added another like 3,000, another 5,000, and to the point to where I got to like $20,000 to my account of my own personal money. Now, if I didn't trust the project, I wouldn't put a dime in it. But I end up putting $20,000 of my own money in there, and now I'm at a point where I'm doubling that money up. So if that's not impressive for a company to do in a little to 4 to 5 months, then I don't know what is. I don't know. I can't think of a way to make money more effectively without having to do nothing for it, aside from the stock market. And the stock market is looking crazy right now, and I just didn't want to get into that. I just didn't want to take any more losses. I've took losses in the stock market before, and it's just not something I want to deal with. So I just want to touch on my personal story a little bit, and how it went about for me, because I know that just putting money into something is rough. It's hard to just want to test out something with your own hard-earned money. But if you do the research, and if you do and if you follow through with all the things you have to do in order before you invest money into a project, then you'll see that it's worth your effort, it's worth your time, because it's profitable. And it's not only profitable, it's a pretty well-rounded and renowned, well-rounded and respected platform. So that's what made me want to get into it, and not only that, share with other people. Even though, to be completely honest, I do make a profit with people I share off of, but like I show you guys all the time, it's very little. I've made over $15,000, almost $16,000 with my own money. Now, adding people, I made about $500. So as you can see, it's 90 days. It's not even close. The $500 is nothing to me. That's nothing. But the $15,000, $16,000, whatever it is, you know, that's something to sneeze at. Like that's a decent amount of money for me for my life, you know, and I'm sure plenty of people can use that. So yeah, I just wanted to touch on a little bit specifically about my situation and how it went for me, and I know how you guys may feel when you look into this process. But you know, you just got to do your research, and then you know, ask the right questions, and I'm here for you if you need those questions answered. I'll do the best of my ability. I don't work with Novatech specifically. I just work with them. I don't work for them. I work with them, just trying to get some money. So yeah, I mean, I can answer whatever I can, but ultimately you got to do your own due diligence.